How much is a business worth? Now, the annoying answer is whatever someone's willing to pay for it. But we're going to try to give you something a little more helpful. Generally, businesses sell for a multiple of cash flow, seller discretionary earnings, SDE, or EBITDA for larger businesses. Now, cash flow and SDE, they're the same thing. They're just the EBITDA of the business plus the owner's salary and any benefits they receive for owning the business. Think insurance, car, cell phones, any personal expenses that are going through the business. Now, the multiple's harder to figure out. Generally, the biggest factor in determining the multiple is how much cash flow or SDE the business produces. So here's what we typically see in the small business space. Generally, business $100,000 of annual cash flow, you're looking at 1 to 1.5 times that cash flow. 100 to 200,000, you get 1.25 to 2 times. 200 to 400,000, you get 2 to 2.5. 400 to 800, 2.5 to 3. 800,000 to 1.3 million, you're going to get about 3 to 4 times. And then after 1.3 million, you typically see more private equity money coming in, and you'll see much wider range in the multiples because it's less driven by the SBA's loan process. So in that world, the range get really wide. You could see a high growth software company sell for 100 times. You could see a low growth, high concentration business sell for 2 times. But generally 1.3 to 2 million, we're looking 4 to 5 times. 2 to 3 million, about 5 to 6. 3 to 4.5 million, about 6 to 7. And then the range gets even wider past $5 million. Now, these numbers are just to give just a very, very general guideline. There's lots of other factors that go into multiples. Of course, the industry that you're in, how capital intensive the business is. Of course, how capital intensive the business is going to be driven by what industry it's in. One of the other really major factors is going to be the management structure of the business. Now, the business is going to sell for a little low multiple if the seller is hands-on, they're doing all the work. They're working 80 hours a week versus a company that has a CEO and a full C-suite and the owner doesn't have to do a lot day to day. That's going to sell for a much higher multiple. Again, just very general to give you some idea about where something might sell for. Now, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and reach out if you want to buy a business together.